Hi, and welcome to episode 34. This is Loansanddrones. I'm Bill Pendley, and I'm here with Mikey Bitew, and we're talking about real estate. Mikey. I always get confused because you're Milkiest, Mikey, right? And Mikey. Like, what's your favorite name to be called?
Well, if you could say Milkiest correctly, Milkiest is fine.
Oh, I can say that all day long. I've been saying it.
Mikey is fine as well.
So let's talk about how you got into the world of real estate. Let's go back a little bit. So tell me where you came from. Where's Mikey come from?
Yeah, so I'm originally from East Africa, a mighty but a small country called Eritrea.
Eritrea.
Familiar? Yeah, it's right next to the Red Sea, East Africa.
Okay.
Came here back in 2012.
2012.
Yep, back in 2012. Been here for about 14 years. Came here with my parents and my family members as well. And I've lived here in Chicago specifically for about 14 years.
So what did you do when you first came over? So you're 25 right now.
25, yep.
Which is awesome. He's crushing it, by the way, in real estate.
Thank you.
And I love to see, I'm 50. I hate to even say it, but I love to see that younger generation just rise up, and you're doing that. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. What? Tell me about like when you first got here, because that's the other kind of. For me, I've never been to too many countries. I haven't been to any. Like I've been to Caribbean, I've been to Canada, like local Mexico, but not overseas and changing a whole different living arrangement. So what did that look like when you first came over?
Definitely was a change. So I didn't know the language of English. I mean, we kind of spoke it back home, but like more from movies and music, videos, that kind of thing. So language barrier was huge for me back when I came here. Came here also in the middle of semester, so 5th, 6th grade. So I kind of had to, get accustomed to the education system here. And that was a little difficult, not knowing English. That felt a little tough, of course. But I crushed it and got through it. That was a phase in itself. After that, it's just a matter of just finding people that I could relate to. And the Eritrean community here was big in helping me and my family members get accustomed to Chicago living as well. It's a big city, with a lot of things to do. And getting into that environment was very, very fun to do.
What made your parents want to move to Chicago specifically? Was it just the community that you knew that was already here, or
that part? And also, we've seen a couple of things about Chicago that kind of enticed us. Right, the whole American dream kind of pushed my parents to come to Chicago specifically. And I had a couple of family members that are living here that said great things about Chicago. So, we felt that Chicago would be our forever home if possible, and we were right in doing so because now we're here and we're doing okay.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so you went. So you were. How old were you when you were
12?
12 years old.
Yeah.
12 years old, and then 2012, 12 years old, and then you went through high school. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Holy Trinity. So
okay.
It's mid-sized school up in Division and I believe Pulaski, if I'm not mistaken. It's on I-94.
Okay.
Very, very small school, but it's community-based, right? About 400 students in total, I believe, that time. And private school, Catholic school. I'm kind of... I wanted an environment where I could kind of be close with my peers as well as my students. I don't want to be in a big school where... I don't know who that teacher is or who that student is, so I wanted to be in that environment.
Yeah.
And so Holy Trinity also shaped me in a way that I am today. Kind of pushed me to be a bit better. Because I remember back then, I still had that difficulty with the language.
Yeah.
I remember in freshman year in high school, trying to find friends that I could relate to. I was stumbling through a couple of words back then. And my first friend I met through Holy Trinity was the person that corrected me on a couple of things with my English. So that's kind of what got me into loving Holy Trinity. being in that kind of environment with those type of people. So
yeah.
yeah.
So when you say correct you, what was it? Was it kind correction?
Oh yeah, absolutely, kind correction.
Because kids can be kids, right?
Oh, yeah.
They can be rude if they're saying something wrong. They're like, what was that? You know, like
no. It was a kind correction. That's why I kind of liked it as well. If he was like, oh, by the way, if he was making fun of me, that would have been a different thing. But now because of this is a kind correction, I kind of felt like, hey, this might be a good spot to be in, actually. And I'm glad it was a good spot to be in.
So you felt authenticity and love from that school. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
How long has that school been around?
I think over 100 years.
100 years. I was going to say, because, Catholic, in Chicago.
Yeah.
Trying to see what so they have a good foundation established there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. And then after high school, where'd you go from there?
Yeah, after high school, I went to college, of course. That's my parents' whole goal, right? And mine as well. I'm not going to lie to you. I went to college. I went to Loyola University. Did that for a couple of years. Throughout the whole process, I kind of felt that, college was for me, but at the same time, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that, I could be doing something besides college, if that makes sense. And one of the things I kind of explored was creating businesses and opportunities during that phase, that college phase. So I think drop shipping was kind of a big thing back then when I was in college. So I kind of ventured towards that a little. And I fell in love with the whole entrepreneurship thing. Where I fell in love with the game, right? Creating new things, failing, and then creating new things again. And so that's how college was kind of what got me to question if I wanted the career for myself and going to, graduating, finding a 9-to-5, if that was for me,
Mm-hmm.
I did college, but I figured at the end of the day, it wasn't for me. So I started exploring other options. So right after, in the middle of college, actually, I started a job with an athletic shop. It's called Eric's Bike Ski and Board. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. So they sell like cool bikes and boards and skis. And I worked there for a while. I started as a sales associate, and then I was promoted to manager. That was a cool phase. And that kind of also reignited my passion for the whole sales entrepreneurship phase of my life. And after that, it's just felt like I could do something better, and I could do I set a goal for myself to help people and also to create more opportunities for myself.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got into real estate.
Okay.
Real estate was something that I saw myself doing in the long term, right? Something that I remember my parents buying their first ever home back in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of saw their shine when they were signing that piece of paper.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted that feeling again. So I always kind of put real estate in the back of my head.
Yeah.
But while doing sales and while doing, management work, I seen people feel it when they were buying bikes or when they were buying skis.
That's huge, yeah.
So that kind of connected me. I want to have that feeling again, but now on a broader spectrum.
Yeah.
And real estate was something that kind of grabbed my attention right away.
Yeah.
So I kind of transitioned to real estate ASAP.
That is awesome. And it's funny because I told you I did all these Ironman races.
Yeah.
But when I bought a bike in my older years, it made me feel like a kid again. Yeah. And I'm like, why don't you guys like put a big red bow on this bike? Because it literally makes people feel like a kid again. Because that's the first thing you have when you're a kid. Like, even my daughter right now is riding her bike for the first time.
Yep.
So we're riding together, and she just comes home every night and says, "Daddy, you want to ride bikes?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's just there's a different. I don't know what it is, but there's a different feeling you get when you get that first bike, and then and it continues throughout life. And that's the same with home ownership too. I see people just glow, like you said, when they buy their first home, and even after that, it should be a celebration.
Absolutely.
So, and in fact, we have a closing today together.
Oh,
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
But it's the true joy of what we do. And I think when you're looking at it from your perspective, you're not looking at it from the money aspect. You're looking at, like you said, helping people,
Yep.
and doing living out the American dream, which is home ownership. It's one of the basic needs. It's shelter, right?
Absolutely.
So to see that you're excited about that is going to keep you in the business longer versus some of the agents out there that are looking just to collect a paycheck. Like there's a lot of people out there that just shouldn't be in the business. It's because they're going at it the wrong way. You're going it with the authentic way to purchase a home, whereas they're going at it, I just need a paycheck and I don't care about the person. Yeah. Right? So that's awesome. When did you actually get into real estate?
So I've always been in the real estate atmosphere. So I kind of had a friend that was talking about, helping investors find off-market property. So I did that for a while. I didn't do it full-time per se, but I would probably call homeowners here and there and say, hey, I got an investor that is taking a look at your property and wants to buy it. And basically you call it I think they call it wholesaling or something like that. I did that off and on for a while. It wasn't big. I kind of liked it, but I wasn't a big fan of the whole process. I find that being able to be more true to the homeowners and to the sellers was what I wanted. And so I kind of did that on and off, not too long, but I did it for a while. So my real estate journey started from back then, but my actual true love for real estate came in when, like I said, when I saw my parents buy their first home, and that feeling they got when they were signing the paperwork, and that satisfaction they felt after going through all the hoops to buy that home. I wanted people to feel that. And so I went to my mentor back then. He was just teaching me everything about life, and I told him, hey, what do you think about real estate? Do you think maybe I could pursue this based on what you know about me? And he was like, absolutely. Real estate is a people business. And, it's helping. It's a relationship building business. It's a people business. And based on your personality, I think he said I could do it. And so I took my test. Unfortunately, I didn't pass it the first time because I was like, oh, if I do this, cool. But I'm going to do it eventually. So I wasn't urgent.
Yeah.
I passed on my second time.
And who passes it on the first time? Come on.
Yeah, I was just trying to, in that period of time in my life, I was just trying to enjoy my early 20s, just trying to, be Mikey, have fun, go out there. And so I did that. I passed my exam and I joined Keller Williams. That's actually where I met you for the first time. Yeah.
Right.
I joined Keller Williams off in Glen Ellen, and their whole motto of education kind of even made the whole, real estate journey a pleasure. And so I fell in love with real estate as a real estate broker again. So that's what the journey was.
So you're with Keller Williams, and then how long were you with Keller Williams?
I was with Keller Williams for 7 months. I was commuting from the city to Glen Ellen, which is very tough. I think it was, I mean, driving is what we do, but
that's what you do. But not to go learn.
To go learn. So I learned a great amount of things from there. And then right after, I went to Dream Town Realty. I found Dream Town Realty is a brokerage now owned by Baird & Warner and Chicago Reals in downtown Chicago. Or they specialize in Chicago specifically, but I joined them for a while, and I felt that this was my true place. They're not super, pushy in terms of, hey, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do that. As a real estate firm, they're more welcoming, and so I felt at home with them.
Yeah.
And so, that's where I ended up. Dream Town.
Yeah, I remember Dream Town came in. They came in with some bells and whistles. They had a good brand, and a very vibrant young, agent group that came through. So I thought it was a good model.
Yeah.
So So Baird Warner just purchased Dream Town.
Did.
So how's that transition been?
Yeah, very smooth.
Yeah.
We didn't. So I haven't felt any major effects negatively, anyways. Everything's been positive, right?
Yeah.
They took care of it well. I'm glad they did to expand the business. You have to, because everybody's just growing at a very fast pace in the real estate industry, especially in Chicago. So it makes sense, in my opinion. But at the same time, it just tells you as where we are in the economy as far as real estate goes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Expansion,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Everything is about expansion. So I think I definitely support it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're seeing this with not just the real estate side, but you're seeing it with the mortgage side as well. People are buying other companies, and it's just like you said, you nailed it on the head. It's all the economy and what's happening. And there's a lot of things that are going to be happening down the road that I know that, probably going to be more of that. And, but at the end of the day, why do people use you? They use you because they know, like, and trust Mikey.
Right.
And I don't think a company brand is going to change that.
Exactly.
So, so you got into a team, right? Or did you partner up? How did that work?
I met Josh Richard. He's also my team lead right now. When I started out with Dream Town, we actually started out at the same time. And from that day on, the CEO of Dream Town that time was like, "You guys, you should connect."
Yeah.
And so I met Josh at a coffee shop. Very cool guy.
Yeah.
Very educational. Very smart.
Yeah.
And he was all about just improvement, personal growth, and I kind of vibed with that. So we started working, not officially as a team, but just here and there. We started working, and things clicked. I felt that. With this person, I could go to the next level.
Yeah. Well, success breeds success, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think that that's hard. Like we were just talking earlier that we were doing another podcast with another agent, and she's talking about all these relationships she had and how they didn't work out, but then she found the right people. But it can be hard. So if you find that right person at the very beginning, kudos, that's huge.
Absolutely.
So so you guys talked at the coffee shop, and then you vibed with them. What was the next steps? How did you guys get involved with each other?
Yeah, so we worked, not officially, but we worked as, I would say semi-team. I don't know what you would call it, but we worked in a partnership for a while. I would say for about a year or so. And Josh always mentioned that he wanted a team eventually, right? And I supported that idea. If you create, I told him, if you create a team, I'm down. I'll join you. And he created a team officially about a month or 2 months ago, and I was happy to join that team and grow my business. So the whole idea of growth in the real estate industry was what pushed me to partner up with Josh, and he's done awesome. He hasn't been long. He hasn't started long in the real estate industry. He's been, I think, maybe a little longer than me, maybe 3 or 4 years or so, but he's crushed it.
Yeah.
And that resilience, that persistence, and that consistency kind of also mirrored me. So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
This will be a great opportunity to work with him.
Yeah. So what does your day look like? When you think about it, when you're working with a team, because I have a team right now too, and we're trying to figure it out. We're about 1 year, 1 year in, and we're trying to figure out like what consistency looks like. So we're doing team meetings on a daily basis now. But what does your day look like as far as a real estate team or personal agent in this world that we live in right now?
As a team, we're also trying to figure it out. We're a fairly new team, but we're doing well. But on a person, I can't really comment on that as far as, it's just everybody has their own responsibilities individually. And then we meet once or twice a week to kind of deal with major challenges or things to do. But individually, we have our own schedules, right? We're a very busy team. We partner with Zillow and different referral partners to tackle and help real estate, help people in the real estate industry. Me personally, I'm not an early. I used to wake up early, around 6 o'clock, but now I'm like an 8 o'clock person. So I just wake up. take a look at my emails, respond to all the emails I can early in the morning, and then follow up with my current past clients from probably 9 to 11-ish, and then tackle showings throughout the day. So
Yeah.
I'm somewhat like my schedule is very sporadic, and I'm trying to figure out still. I'm going to be totally honest with you. So
Yeah, no. It's I mean, after 20, I think I'm on the 27th year, still trying to figure out how to block out time.
Yeah.
Because, the retail market is just not flexible. And when you add the technology that we have nowadays, which is cell phone, which also turns into text messaging, emailing, everybody demands the fact that you should be accessible.
Yeah.
I feel my phone vibrating as we're talking.
Same
right
here.
now. It's like, okay, I need you. And that could be a commission check for $2,000-$3,000, So when you have a demanding world like this, you have to be flexible to the point where you're adapting to the client's needs.
I agree.
But at the same time, you also have to be able to control the client, which is an art in itself, And I say that with all due respect to clients that come our way, but it's just one of those things where they want to feel like somebody's in control, because they've never done this before. Going back to how your parents felt, or that first time home buyer, they want somebody that's going to lead them through the process, like a fine dance, like a beautiful dance, right?
Yep.
If you can't get there, then all of a sudden, crash and burn, you don't get a referral, so you don't stay in business.
Yep.
So, what is the vision of your team? Like, do you guys have a vision or like a mission statement, anything like that?
I think it's just growth right now.
Right. Okay.
Right. It's just education and growth. So we're trying to educate as many buyers and sellers as possible, and potentially, grow our team to add more team members.
Yeah.
And then just create a name for ourselves, and in doing so, grow our communities and neighbors.
Yeah.
So that's the goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right. And to do that, like you said, referral is very important to us, and we do a majority of our business through referrals, because people trust us. People, like working with us. And
right.
So that's big part of our business.
How many people do you have on your team right now?
We're a total of 4 people.
4 people.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So by the end of the year, hopefully it'll be 5, 6, 7. We don't know, but yeah, we're always growing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you're young enough where you can adapt to any change, or that's what's inspiring to me. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm an old fogey, but when I think back of when I started in the business, I mean, just to have that fire in your belly and just the energy that you have to get out there and hustle the way you do is just inspiring to me. So I appreciate you showing off that.
Yeah, I think it came from, I'm a very competitive person.
Are you?
Just naturally, yeah.
Okay.
You're in cycling, I'm into cycling, so I think that drive came from just sports and cycling in general, right?
That's interesting. So what got you into cycling? Was it is it in Africa that you picked up? Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. So fun fact, actually, Eritrea is probably the strongest nation in Africa in terms of sport.
Okay.
In terms of, cycling.
Really?
So yeah, it's our national sport.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we've had races every Sunday in my neighborhood, in my city, back home. So that kind of ignited my passion for cycling. And when I was here, I was surrounded, luckily, with people that found joy in being in the cycling world. And so that I kind of just assimilated with them. Mm-hmm. And that also kind of gave me the drive and the resilience and the consistency that I needed to just grow as a person, as a Mikey.
Yeah.
Right now. So
yeah,
I definitely do give big shout out to cycling for.
Yeah. And then so you got into Eric's bikes, and that's probably where that helped as well too, being around the community.
Absolutely. And they just ignited my love for cycling even more.
Yeah.
And I actually met a lot of my current and past clients through there.
I was going to say, if you can own a bike, the bikes that you ride and I've ridden, they're not cheap.
They're not.
I mean, I would say on the very, very low end is probably $2,500.
Yeah.
I mean, but you add I always made a joke when I was in that world that everything you add onto the bike is about $1,500.
Yeah.
So you knew that people could afford a house if they could buy a bike. It's worth like $5,000 or $6,000, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. So you got a lot of I've gotten referrals from the community that I was riding with too. So it helps pay for the bike.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. It's worth it.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, I think that having that competitive nature is huge. You got to have that in the world that we live in. And it gives you a little bit more thick skin as well. When you're talking to clients, have you had some like fallouts? I mean, like we've dealt with this personally on some deals that we have, like the condo stuff. Come on.
Yeah.
Like you got to have like that resilience too. So you kept it with your discipline of cycling, consistency. I think in this world that we live in is you have to focus on the activities, not the production.
Excellent.
It's just like you would in cycling.
Exactly.
So like, what are you feeling right now into this world? Like with all the stuff we've talked a couple of times, and we both were kind of deflated in our own sense, but you have to have that resilience. What does it feel like right now in this world of real estate?
Yeah, I think it's a cycle, right?
Yeah.
I've never experienced the COVID times.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of agents telling me that they did big volumes. I'm lucky enough that I kind of got into the real estate when it was a little tough. So that resilience kind of, during hard times comes in handy. Right now, I'm not saying it's a very hard time, but I've known a couple of realtors currently that are facing challenges, whether that be through, with condos in general, right, with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, or just the market shift as well. It's just it's a different cycle for sure. Yeah. I'm lucky enough that I'm surrounded with the right people to educate me through the process.
Right.
I'm always learning. I'm always growing. Yeah. And so far it's been a fun journey. Yeah. At this current time and place.
Yeah. It's great that you acknowledge that, because when I first got in the business, I look back at those days as those are the learning curves. Like right. I used to go out to Aurora with no bunny down signs, but everybody that called spoke Spanish. I'm like, what am I doing? Like I'm trying this in the wrong spot because I can't even talk to these people in that area. Yeah. So I used to adapt, but then you go back into the grit, the hard hustle, and you appreciate those times because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And that's just not the case right now. We had 410,000 loan officers in our industry back in COVID days. Yeah. Even airplane pilots were trying, because they were getting furloughed, they were trying to build a community there to be loan officers. Yep. Just because it was quick money, it was easy, and at the time. But when you go back to the hard days, that's really where the rubber meets the road. And now we have, current date, we have about 90,000 loan officers from that 410,000. Just so you know, and real estate's the same way. Mm-hmm. So to get into this and understand, okay, it's not easy, and I have to roll up my sleeves and actually work and be that competitive nature spirit. I think you're just going to rise above. I can already see it. Like you're kind of like shot out of a cannon right now, and you're just growing at a really fast pace individually. So I'm excited to see where you're going to go with this.
Thank you. And I'm happy to have you, be that part of that process. So thank you for that as well.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, and just the community, I think there's a certain level of just pride and energy and sheer just hustle in that age group that you're in right now. I could name like 5 other people that are in your age group that are literally they just throw off the entitlement thing, and they go after it and they crush it, and that's huge. Like I said, that's inspiring to see when you're my age, Yeah. So that's awesome. Well, I always kind of wrap the podcast with random questions. Okay. So I always just ask questions, and you think of whatever comes to mind first thing, and then you answer it. Let's see where it goes.
Don't make it too challenging now.
I know everybody. If I had $1 for everybody every time somebody said that. So if you could have any food right now, what would it be?
I want East African food. Injera. What? It's called injera.
Injera?
Yep.
What is that?
That's a spicy. It's a flatbread.
Okay.
It's specifically, I would want Doroet. It's a spicy chicken with eggs and marinated in hot sauce, and it's pretty tasty.
It's pretty tasty?
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a pita bread.
Okay.
And you eat the spices with the pita bread.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
East African cuisine, yes.
East African.
Eritrean or Ethiopian cuisine, to be specific.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. And where, like, do you have a shout out of a place that you go to that you do that, or do you have to go to the store and make it yourself?
Anywhere on Broadway Street in Chicago.
Really?
They got like a couple of great restaurants on there. So
Is it really, really spicy, or is it just?
I mean, there are different levels.
Okay,
So I would
all
say
right.
it's if you want like a non-spicier version, you're probably gonna find
All
something.
right, we'll have to do that. We'll have to go out.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the other question I have is, if you could be anywhere on the planet today, where would it be?
Probably back home. I
Yeah?
haven't been home in about 12, 13 years, so I
Wow.
want to check it out.
Do you have a lot of family back there still?
Yeah, my uncles are there, my cousins are there, my grandmother is there, so I want to.
Oh,
see
yeah.
her. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they ever come visit you?
No,
Here?
no.
Okay, so
So I have to. I'll be the one to visit them eventually.
okay,
I'm planning to go there at the end of the year, so
yeah,
very soon.
yeah. You do a lot of traveling. That's cool. That's inspiring. I never did a lot myself, but where's the most recent plan? This is kind of a offset, but sidebar. Where's the most recent place you've been?
Just recently, I would say Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, I was there in Seattle.
Okay.
There was a festival, East African festival, specifically Esfana Ethiopian festival, and I was there for about 5 days with friends and family.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta learn more about your culture, man. That sounds like super cool.
Yeah, we do it everywhere. I mean, we do it every year, different place throughout
Yeah?
the United States. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what's one piece of advice that you've ever received that's always stuck with you in your head, and who gave it to you?
Always surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the people you surround yourself have a lot of say in where you go in life, and I'm always trying to not exclude people out of my life, but trying to surround myself with the people that will impact it positively.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that person was my mother.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
She's always said, you know what, Miki, she calls
Miki?
me Miki. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what, Miki, just be around people that have the same mindset as you, that will grow you and grow with you. And I've always, that's
love
been
that.
always in my heart.
They grow with you and will grow with you.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And have you seen that like come to fruition with people? I mean, clearly you're on a great team and you meet some pretty solid people in the industry and cycling. It sounds like it's all come together.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes you have to make some pretty hard decisions with
Absolutely.
people that are toxic too. I've had to do that.
Absolutely.
In fact, my wife has actually helped me out with that. Thank God for Laura. But yeah, so it's been, you do have to set boundaries because people will take so much from you.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I know people that will just give it to them. And so you just gotta be true to yourself and say, hey, this is not for me. This is not what I'm part of, and just separate yourself from that kind of environment.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm super excited about where you're going in the industry, and just as a person, like I said, you inspire me. That's why I wanted to have you on the show. That's why I was pressing you. Come on, buddy. Let's get on the show.
Get on it.
Yeah, so we'll have you on. I know you guys will always crack up. We'll have you on again. I actually have had people on the second time, right? So, okay, that does happen. But we will see you on the next episode of Loans and Drones. And with that being said, we'll talk to you soon.